pretend you're no good, 'cause I can see your sunshine dripping out your sleeves onto my lifeline. Oh, good. Oh, you didn't mean to leave a trail for me, but you didn't know whatever it is. It's alright with me. If it's alright with you, then I could be whatever it is that you need me to, my love. 'Cause you're golden. 'Cause you're golden. Very shy like one would be if they hadn't been loved right. Sleeping all the time, I know why you stay inside. Safer to save your life. Whatever it is, it's alright with me. If it's alright with you, then I could be whatever it is that you need me to, my love. 'Cause you're golden. 'Cause you're golden. Golden boy. 'Cause you're golden. Golden boy. It's okay if you're lonely. Cause you're golden.
Hey, what's up? This is Steven. You're watching Mochi Pop. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications. And I am a little late because I had some sound issues and connections. I'm not sure what's going on. Everything was good. I prepared even days before this, and I still had issues. So I had to make sure I understand what's going on with the sound and the USB. I think it changed to my earphones mic or something. I think it may have been these. These might have a mic, so maybe that's what happens. So if the sound goes off, it could be that, all right? So I got to make sure I have sound first. And so sorry, guys, about that. And I will definitely be improving. But there's been some updates with KCON concerning none other than the one and only Kiss of Life. Yes, Kiss of Life. And they will be performing, or at least they're supposed to be performing at KCON, but unfortunately it was canceled. And that is a bummer because Kiss of Life would have been that one group that would have made me go over and maybe attend depending on the overall lineup. And it was a very big disappointment when they apparently posted on Instagram that they are not coming. And there are rumors that it was just rumors, or maybe the internet was just saying things, but the truth is, it's not true. Kiss of Life really isn't coming this time. For some reason, I don't know why. I don't know why Kiss of Life isn't coming, but I do know that, it would have been a nice change to see a group like Kiss of Life come and perform and all that. And I really wish they would have, personally, just because they're a different type of group, right? They have a different vibe. I think one of them is from another country. And similar to G Idol coming to KCON in 2023, And yeah, but the good news is Aspa will be there at KCON. So again, this is the lineup, guys. Let me just do a screen share. So this is the lineup. So this is not the best screen share, of course. I'm going to do the full screen share. It's not the full screen share. Let's see what in the world happened here. But yeah, I'm going to do the full screen share and just make sure I get this properly correct because I want to make sure that the screen share is getting the right one. Screen share. There we are. There we are. So screen share full screen. There we go. Yes. So KCON. This is KCON. This is the lineup. And let's see. Aspa. You got Aspa. Right there. So I'm actually excited about Aspa. Aspa is a good reason to go. Unfortunately for me, I already saw Aspa twice already, unexpectedly, and G Idol, by the way, last year. And this year, I saw Aspa again. So, yeah, so because they had a special event with CL. And so Aspa was there and all that. So Kiss of Life, you're going to have to, I think they probably updated already. Let me just check if they updated it because I don't know if they updated the site. Yeah, I don't see Kiss of Life in there. Yep, so Kiss of Life is no longer in the lineup, guys. But we have in mix, we have IVE. These are pretty good lineups for the girl groups for sure. And even NCT 127 killed it a few weeks ago. Maybe I guess a week and a half ago. I would say, yeah, about almost a week and a half ago when I went on Mother's Day for some reason, and to their SM concert, and they had all the SM people coming, including Aspa. So I saw them twice, including last year in September with an event with CL around. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, and IVE, you got IVE there. So yeah, so what's the controversy with this group Kiss of Life? Okay, why did they cancel? What happened? Why are they disappointing the fans? I know it wasn't their fault, and I think the fans do understand probably, but I think people are just kind of baffled of what's going on. Nobody knows what's going on, and I'm going to go over this real quick. Let's go back to the screen share, and I'm going to kind of read over this, make sure you guys see it properly. But yeah, Kiss of Life is a pretty popular group, and I think they have a lot of potential. They've been around for a while now, and they're fairly new, but not new enough. They're kind of like a little newer than Aspa, right? They're really, you got a good foundation, I think, in my opinion. They got a good foundation. So let's go to screen share real quick, and I guess I can see it perfectly, but let's see. So what happened? What happened there? So this is kind of my script for the thing. So blah, 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 blah. So what's the real story here? What's the real story? So let's see. So they have some scandals, right? They have a little bit of scandals. So I'm going to go over the scandals. I'm also going to go over the kind of the tension, things going on about Aspa. So let me just make sure I find this real quick, guys, because I want to make sure everything's good. Let's see. Yeah, so where is it? Sorry, guys, my screen is, I don't know where I think I'm on full screen on this. I gotta exit this real quick, and then I gotta go up, probably. No, yes, no, yes. Okay, yeah. So here we are. Screen share. All right. Kiss of Life cancels KCON. All right. That's the headline for. So, yeah. So let's see. Up. I have the original one, I think. You guys may not see this, but I see it. Okay. So Kiss of Life cancels KCON LA 2025 appearance on May 2025, and on May 17th, 2025, Kiss of Life officially announced they will no longer be performing at KCON LA 2025, originally scheduled for July at the Crypto.com Arena and LA Convention Center. So they were already scheduled. They were already scheduled for KCON in July. That's insane. So yeah, so sorry if I'm a little slow, guys. I'm looking at two different screens here, so I can't scroll on both of them. But yeah, and so yeah, they say we sincerely apologize to the fans. Let's go back. According to the statement shared on both Soompi and group's official Instagram, the cancellation is due to unforeseen scheduling conflicts. While no further details were disclosed. The group expressed their regret and apologized to fans who were anticipating their stage. So go back to screen share. We sincerely apologize to fans who were looking forward to seeing us at KCON LA 2025. The message reads, "We hope to meet you again soon." So that was kind of the message. If you guys even see that, probably not. I think it's right here. Yeah. So yeah. So we hope. So they do apologize. Despite the disappointment, fans have been flooded the comments with messages of understanding and support, emphasizing their continued excitement for the group's upcoming activities. KCON LA 25 will proceed as planned with its full lineup minus Kiss of Life. So that is the update for that on KCON side. Again, sorry guys if this is your first time hearing this. I know I'm a little late announcing it, so it's kind of like let's say it's kind of a joke. Obviously, when I say that, it's like, sorry guys. By the way, I'm making headline news that Kiss of Life is canceled, but everybody has found out already. But I'm just kind of going through the details, the comments, how people feel about it. And if it is actually your first time hearing it, sorry about that. If you were looking forward to that, all right, because I was kind of looking forward to seeing Kiss of Life, even though I don't know that much about their group as much as maybe aespa and the others. But based on what I've seen so far, I kind of like their flow, their style, different type of name, different concept, continuing. So let's see. Official announcements was July. So let's look at the comments for this. The comments. So one of the comments is, "It's okay, girls. It's okay, girls. Your health and schedule comes first. We'll wait as long as it takes." Another one says, "Heartbroken but still supporting from afar. Hope everything's okay, and we'll see you again soon." Right. The next one is, "KCON won't be the same without you. That's for sure. But we'll be cheering you on no matter what." Now, again, some people may think aespa's there, all these other groups are there, even Key from Chinese there, NCT 127 alone for the girls would be good. But for the guys like me, we want to see more girl groups, and I'm glad the girl group lineup that I'm seeing is good. Like, it's decent. It's not bad. If G Idol was back again, it'll be even better. But I think Kiss of Life was a good like replacement for G Idol if they can come, or someone else, right? I want to see. Okay, we already saw ITZY. I already saw ITZY in 2023, but it would be cool if they came back too. ITZY would be cool, but Kiss of Life would have been just a nice, sweet touch for the KCON. I think KCON needed Kiss of Life, but maybe there's a schedule conflict. Maybe they couldn't get the right equipment. Who knows? Continuing. Always. Let's see. Was going to KCON just for them. See, just like me. Just like I would have considered going to KCON just because they were a part of the added lineup that was already pretty good with aespa. So that's why I was considering it. So the bigger the lineup, the better total. Like if it's like 75% good or maybe 65% good, and each group has to be like top notch, top tier for me to go, right? Because it's a lot of them. It's not cheap to go to KCON, you know. And if you go for 3 days, you have hotel, all this stuff. luckily I live in SoCal, but if you don't live in SoCal, you're going to be paying a lot of money to go to KCON. So when groups like Kiss of Life cancel, it's a pretty big deal. I don't. I can see people's disappointment, especially if they already bought tickets and hotel tickets. So hopefully Kiss of Life will make up for that somehow. But again, you know, it's just one of those risks you take when you buy a ticket. You know, everybody sometimes cancels. It's rare that a big group like that cancels, but at least it's earlier on in May. And usually, I'm not even sure if the tickets are out yet. Maybe they are. Please comment below. Please comment below if the tickets are out, guys. Back to screen share. So here's another comment. We understand life happens, and we love you no matter what. Can't wait for the next concert. Next comment. Even if you're not at KCON, you're always on my playlist and in my heart. Aww, isn't that sweet? Continuing. Even if you're, let's say, scheduling conflicts happen, please rest, stay healthy, and slay your next stage. Okay, nice. Next comment. You're still queens of 2025. This just makes the reunion even more hype. Yes, so I guess that's considering a reunion. How long has it been since they had a concert? It seems like they've been busy. Now I'm going to talk about that later. Last comment, disappointed but not mad. Just hope everything's okay and you're taking care of yourself. So I think the audience overall just is concerned about their health. And it's kind of obvious that they've probably been overworked based on what I've heard. But that's kind of normal in the K-pop industry. So let me continue with let's say this. So this is Kiss of Life has been through a lot, right? Kiss of Life has been through a lot of scandals lately and in the last few years, you know. And yeah, so here's more comments, guys. This really sucks. I bought tickets for them. Respecting their schedule, hopefully we got something bigger soon. Didn't they just finish a promo? Wonder what comes up. All right, comment number 4. First big KCON and they pulled out last minute. Kind of sus. Now let me comment about that last comment. Last minute is not quite right. I think it'll be last minute. It feels like right at August or right at like the end of July. So just saying, it's a little bit. You know, now if the tickets are already on sale, which they might be, then I would understand that. You know, it's nice to know who's coming before you buy the tickets, but I think they're trying to get people to not sell out and flood the sites. And you know, there's many sites that sell tickets still. I'm sure it's fine, but you know, I can understand why. And also, KCON has kind of slowly gets people in throughout the year, see what their schedule is. I know it's a lot scheduling. I know it's difficult on both sides. Again, even SM messed up on Taeyong's concert, right? So so it happens. But Taeyong's probably not going to leave SM though. Okay, so yeah, that last comment was kind of weird, but I get where he's coming from. It's not last minute. It's still May. It's way in August. If you bought your ticket that early, that's on you. I mean, that's, you know, you got to know who's actually coming, you know, and if you like the lineup so far, maybe you're still good. If you bought right when you heard of Kiss of Life was coming and you want to make sure you reserved your ticket, I would understand that. But I'm not sure if there's refunds. Hopefully there is if you want a refund, but you guys got to look that up on these ticket sites because they can be, you know, kind of tricky. And yeah, here's another one. Disappointed but not surprised. Here's the next one. Hope this is not health related. Prioritize your well-being. Yes, Kiss of Life has been overworked probably, but who knows? Feels like the label is overbooking them again. And okay, probably. Disappointed but not surprised. This group deserves better planning. Yeah, they do deserve better planning, of course. I'm not sure how that happened. Manifesting a solo tour in LA instead. It's probably going to happen. I believe Aspa did it. I believe it was them like in 2023. That's probably why they weren't there at KCON in 2023. So Kiss of Life may have the same situation. Next, whatever the reason, Flover will always support you. I guess Flover is a fan group, maybe. Who knows? So Kiss of Life deserves to headline. Now this, yeah. So yeah, it sucks. I think overall it's not gonna hurt Kiss of Life as a group. I believe Kiss of Life would do well even if they don't go to KCON. There's certain groups out there that don't need as much attention as other groups. I think like Stacey coming to KCON was good for them. I think Stacey last year I would have went for them too, but I just didn't have. It wasn't a big enough lineup for me to go, and I was just also very busy last year, kind of like this year. I'm even more busy this year in a way, but hopefully I can. I'm preparing myself to be a little bit more flexible with these events, so I can free my time from work and all that stuff, and be more flexible. So that's the countdown is there for that, and hopefully I can do it by KCON. Maybe, who knows? So Kiss of Life had a lot of accusations, all right, in the past. So let's because we're talking about Kiss of Life now and KCON, I want to go over the few scandals, maybe like the top 5 scandals or whatever. And I kind of got these. So here is a good let's see. Make sure I got this. Let's see. Yes, there it is. So here are the top 5 scandals. Sorry, guys, if you can see the comments on the screen because I was scrolling on a different screen because I don't have my software. I have to buy software to hook up to my PC to really get the best situation. I just have to pay for it, and I don't want to pay for it because I'm so cheap. That's right. I'm a cheap little bastard. I'm just kidding. So yeah, the scandal, choreography scandal. Anybody that's heard of this, I have no idea if you heard of it or not. But let's say so basically, some netizens claim part of Midas Touch, the music video, resembled choreography from the Seraphim's Anti-Fragile. So that was the accusations that was, again, you have to understand in K-pop, choreography is going to be similar. Every single K-pop group has probably done some similar choreography on some level, and especially if they're from the same like company. But I believe that Seraphim's from a different company. But I don't think they're from, let's say, SM or anything. The Seraphim they might be from the same agency, actually. I don't know. Comment below, guys, because sometimes I get the agencies confused, and I never actually figured out where the Seraphim is and where Kids of Life is from because I never actually looked it up. But comment below, guys, what company are they with? If they are from the same company, it will make a little sense. And also, even if you're not from the same company, sometimes choreographers may work with like SM and also JYP and somewhere else because they're in high demand. So it makes a lot of sense why a choreography would be similar and maybe a concept would be similar because K-pop is similar in general. Just like if you hear hip-hop songs, they all talk about the same stuff. They talk about money, girls, sex, stuff like that. And K-pop, in a way, has similar patterns for each of their songs. So it would make a lot of sense if the Seraphim seemed like they copied. And the Seraphim themselves got accused of copying as well. So it's like a back and forth thing, and the fans are ridiculous. Just like the situation with the New Jeans fans, they're kind of being ridiculous as well. Concerning, let's say, the Seraphim, or comparing them, or comparing, because New Jeans to what's the other one? Elette. So it's just it's a mess. It's a mess. So here's the comments. They need to fire their choreographer ASAP. That's the comments from that scandal, by the way. This scandal was January 2024, by the way, if you guys didn't know that. So this was a little while ago. It's not that deep. Another comment says, the movers aren't patented. The moves aren't patented. Yeah, it's like saying the peace sign or doing like going like this, or moving your hands a certain way. It's hard to really, Now, sometimes, yeah, maybe you can copyright I'm not sure how you can copyright a dance. It's a movement, but again, who knows? Every girl group has recycled moves. Chill. Exactly. Every single music video you'll see, they're very similar. aespa does similar moves, and just different variations. See that? Yeah. It's the same. it's the same. I mean, everything you're seeing right now on these music videos, they are they have some similarities. All right, the human body can only move so differently. All right, like you got to be an alien to have a different looking choreography these days. 'Cause especially there's so many groups, so many songs over the years. Maybe you can go old school. That might help. Like New Jeans did. That's why I think New Jeans is the only different one because they did have like way more old school moves on their dance and much more complicated moves too in a way. So I'll give them that. Even with despite what you think about New Jeans, I will give them that they did have very different a different approach, and they weren't like the normal girl group. And I think Elette was following their footsteps, but unfortunately, Elette again, same producers, same agency, hype labels. They just made a copy girl group by accident, and people got upset. And I don't think Elette was copying. I think it just, Elette just had the same producers, the same idea, maybe a slightly different feel. I don't think Elette was anything like New Jeans, but I think people accused Elette of copying New Jeans and vice versa. So it's kind of like a weird thing. But I would say the New Jeans fandom was a little bit rough on Elette and also the Seraphim, probably. So it is what it is. So back to Kiss of Life. Let's see, screen share it. It's let's see, still love the song even if it's similar. The next comment: the timing and angels are too close to be coincidence. Just a trendy dance style, not copying. Number 8. Let's see, why do new groups get criticized? Let's say criticized for everything. I think they mean criticized for everything. Typo there. Kiss of Life did it better. Sorry, not sorry. See, there you go. Who does it better? Whoever does it better wins. That's what I always say. And the other group come back and they could do it better. There you go. This is on the agency, not the girls. I agree 100% with that. The agency should be way more aware that fans will react, especially if they're from the same agency. So yeah, and here's the next one. Scandal 2. Member Natty's controversial comment in V Live, April of 2024. She jokingly called another group mid during a casual fan meeting, which caused backlash for being disrespectful. So come on, I like little friendly competition. I don't mind. I actually think it's more fun. It's just a friendly jab. Come on, and then they probably do it back at each other. Nobody hates each other. It's like they're competitors. What are you gonna do? Corporations do it all the time. What's going on here? Why are people getting upset on the smallest things? This is why they call it toxic fandom, guys. Please don't be a toxic fan. I beg of you. Listen, I support all the groups, but I actually like New Jeans the best. But when I saw how the fandom was acting, I was like, I don't know if it's harder for me to support a group that has fans like this. But it has nothing to do with the group. And New Jeans didn't help. Obviously, they made accusations themselves, whether or not it was true, or maybe they were exaggerating. People were commenting about them, leaving SM. But concerning KCON though, Kiss of Life, I don't think actually New Jeans has never gone to KCON. Kiss of Life was actually going to KCON, but they canceled. New Jeans is not New Jeans anymore. I think they changed their name to some syllables or something like that. But they should have been at KCON last year. But I think they're going through a lot of like scandals and lawsuits. So even in 2023, they should have been at KCON. That's Hype's fault. That's not New Jeans' fault. It's Hype's fault. So New Jeans is said not to have done anything in the industry. They didn't really do a tour, but that's all on Hype. That's all on Hype. That's all on Meijin, whatever her name is. All right. Not pushing it enough, maybe, or Hype's schedule. I'm not sure. Elette is supposedly done more in that sense, maybe. And I think Kiss of Life, for example, is primed to do it. I'm not if Kiss of Life had a world tour already, comment below, because again, I haven't been following Kiss of Life. So continuing with the comments, this might damage their reputation long term. It was a joke. Y'all are doing too much. His number 5. I wish idols were allowed to be honest more. It's giving not like other girls energy. Okay, she's still young. Let her learn. everyone says worse things off camera. These are all comments I'm reading, guys. Quote, felt like a genuine mistake. No need to cancel her. Yeah, and again, when I see scandals happen like that, I usually ignore it in the sense where I know that they're going to be okay. Like, yeah, I know they're going to be okay most of the time. And going to number 3, let's see. So scandal number 3. All right, scandal number 3. Let's see. All right, screen share. All right, they've been. Let's say here's the scandal. Okay, overworked schedule and injury rumor. So this is the one I'm mostly interested in. And unfortunately, this is a very normal thing in the industry. This is nothing to do about it. Again, if you want to go to medical school and go to work and do all this other stuff, you're gonna be overworked, like just in general. And yeah, sorry guys, my Siri is acting up again. But so that's basically what it is. It's just a normal thing. So overworked schedule and injury rumors. They've been so rumors spread that Bella sustained knee injury due to lack of rest during their showcase tour. So that was in June to August of 2024. The question is her injury okay? I hope so. Does she continue dancing and doing all this other stuff? Then it's likely that Bella may still have some issues. It's possible. Or in this case with KCON, they're overbooked and their label just did not have the responsibility to really check what the priority was. And I do think KCON should always be scheduled out in advance, because KCON is a huge event. This is for the West. This is for Americans. This is for Japan. This is for whoever KCON is, KCON Korea. You gotta put aside KCON is representing Korea in a way. It's kind of like the ambassador event of Korean entertainment in a way, right? So let's say rumors spread that so here's the comments. They've been nonstop since debut. Their company needs to slow down. Wasn't Bella limping in the fan cam? Was it Bella? Protect idols over profits, please. Not gonna happen, guys. Profits are too important for these labels, guys. They're their products. They're pretty much slaves to the label until they get their own established name and their own money, their own agency, their own power, and then they can move on to bigger and better things, just like Blackpink's doing. They're still Blackpink's still working with JYP. Sorry, not JYP. They're still working with YG, but they still have their own. Now they have their own labels. They have their own companies to protect them. They have their own lawyers. Lisa has been in many scandals, but they can't sue her. They can sue the company, right? What are they suing Lisa for anyway? I'm not sure, but she just does stuff that people don't like because they're sensitive, and Lisa just moves on. She doesn't comment on it, which is always a better approach to this. And I say the same thing about Somi. Somi, she always gets into trouble too. I think Somi and Lisa should be best friends, but just based on that. Maybe Hyun, whatever her name is. I can't think of it. You know, guys what I'm talking about, right? Hyun. I can't think of her name, but yeah. So here is we need transparency on their health. That's one of the comments. We need they debuted so strong. Don't burn them out. They're rookies. They should rest more. Quote in quotes. Give Bella a break, not a comeback. Yeah, she probably should have had a break then, and just have some maybe a few weeks off. Get maybe a month would have been okay. But she can still have interviews and go on variety shows just as long as they're not active and going to mess her knee while she's recovering. So I think you got to be smart in those types of things. And if she is dancing, she doesn't dance with her knee as much. She's the only one not moving on stage somehow. She just comes up, kind of walks a little bit and does the song. So I think people will understand, especially if they're real fans, they will already understand that Bella is not on her best. So that would be the approach. But again, these companies just don't think that far. Maybe they need me as an advisor or something. I'm not sure. I'm just joking. But so hope she gets the medical help attention she needs. I'm sure she did. But again, the attention that she would need is to be to rest. So this is starting to look like mismanagement. As always, the oldest story in this subject matter. They always do the same thing. All the companies, all the labels, SM, JYP, YG, hype labels, Cube Entertainment, and I can't think of the other ones. But yeah, so I can't. Again, this is just so normal. It's just hard to really be, you know. So let's go to number 4. So number 4, here's a 4th scandal, guys. Fans upset about line distribution. What in the world is that? Okay, so this 4 happened. This is November 2024, right before the new year, right before. So some fans complained about unfair line distribution in the single. Bad News. So that's the single's name, Bad News. Saying Natty got too much center time. Okay. Is Natty the most popular girl in the group? Is she the person bringing in the money? Is she the reason why people are buying albums? Or is she the reason why people are coming to the concerts? If there's a factor in that and you see her maybe IG or anything like that, it has more subscribers than the rest of the members, then maybe that might be the reason. Or maybe visually she's just better for being seen. There could be many reasons for that. But let's look at the comments. Why debut girls if you only promote one? It's turning into Natty of Life ATP. Next quote, Julie deserves more screen time. we all deserve more screen time. Listen, I need more screen time. I've been hurting myself by not having more screen time. I need more screen. This is why I'm here. This is why I'm doing lives, guys. Everybody needs more screen time. Get in people's face. And if Julie needs more screen time, listen, if Julie needs more screen time, all she has to do is push Natalie out the way when they're performing, do a little mean girl thing and say, hey, I'm here. And then she goes back. It's fine. It's just friendly competition. I'm sure. I mean, I'm sure it happens already. I'm sure it's happened before. I'm sure it happened to the members of Blackpink. Lisa's like, no, I'm at the head now. GC's like, nope. I'm going to make sure I get in front as many times as possible, make up all the other times you got in my way. And Jenny's like, no. So the Kiss the Flight members are probably the same. I'm just saying. It's kind of a joke, but I don't know. I think girls tend to do that, right? So here's the next one. Hanyul is the secret weapon. Use her. Okay, but she's a secret weapon. A secret weapon can't be revealed that soon. Like she's a secret weapon. She's the ace. She comes in when you need her. Aces do not come until the very end. Like the Green Ranger from Power Rangers back in the day. He was the ace. He wasn't there until the end. So if Hyunno is the secret weapon, then she's probably the best person to finish the job. To put the icing on the cake. All right. Continuing. What am I saying? Okay. Y'all always pick one to hate. So that's the next comment. Here's another one. Natty has star power. Let her shine. All right. Sure. Right? She probably does. I probably would agree with that if I actually knew more about the group. So it's management, not the members. So yeah, it's obviously the management. It's just an obvious thing. But that's what they're telling the management. They're telling the management that the other members need more screen time. But hey, the Instagrams say everything. Okay, the Instagrams are going to say everything. The Instagram followers are always going to say everything. Who is most popular? And Blackpink, Lisa has the most followers. Jenny is probably second. Rose is probably third. Jisoo is probably fourth. Do you understand? So every single member is going to have their every fan is going to have their favorite, but there's always going to be one member who stands out for whatever reason. It could be their smile. Like Lisa has a really good smile, right? Maybe Natty has a good smile. Have you thought about that, huh? Have you thought? Has that ever came to your mind? Not once, ever. I think there's one like Baby Monsters. They have one girl that does stand out. They have maybe two girls that stand out, but one girl specifically stands out. She's not the leader, but she does. She's the one that does all those extra moves, and people say, "Yeah, you're doing too much. You have too much energy," you know. But I think that helps the group. I don't think it's hurting the group. But maybe they see her as an attention grabber or something. I can't think of her name right now, but you guys know who I'm talking about, probably, hopefully. It's so here's the next one. Flover should stick together. What? Flover? Oh, yeah. Anyway. Not turn on each other. Yeah, I think Flover is the fandom. Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, guys, comment below. It has to be the fandom because I've heard Flover twice already. This is how little I know about this group. I don't even know who the fandom is. But I still love the song. Just wish it felt more balanced. Yeah, I think they should. Like, that's one thing I do hate when they give certain people more attention than others. The question is Natty a lead singer? Is she the main person singing and performing? Does she have the most talent? Is she carrying the group? Is Bella carrying the group? Who's the out of the two? Like, who has the most, like, or three or four? Who has the most, like, attention grabbing abilities? Who has the most star power? Who is the lead singer? Like on Girls' Generation, I believe the lead singer was probably can't say her name right now. KCON. I just said her name recently, but you get my point. The lead singer is going to have a lot more attention than normal, and then even if there's a really pretty girl on the other side, if the camera doesn't show her, if she's not interesting, if she doesn't have star power, it doesn't matter how pretty you are. You're not going to get the attention that maybe a lead singer or someone with more personality might have. All right. Now, even if the company pushes another person and they try to like make them the star, the Instagram followers, I believe, will catch up to it and like we'll know who the real star is once we see the Instagram update of all these stars. In my personal humble opinion, yes. So I think the last comment. Did I read the last comment already? Yes. No, I did not. I still love the song. Just wish it felt more balanced. And they're talking about Bad News, the song. So that's one of the other rumors. So I'm going down here to make sure I can see. As my computer screen is. Okay, see? All right, let's see. So continuing. So scandal number 5, rumors of conflict with S2 Entertainment. So S2 Entertainment, that's the entertainment company, guys. No need to comment anymore. If you want to, please tell me more about S2 Entertainment when they're established. I don't know. Are they new? But this is in February 2025 this year. Anonymous post claimed internal tensions with S2 Entertainment with accusations of favoritism and disorganization. So, again, before I continue with the comments, this is about KCON being, Kiss of Life being canceled. But I'm going to go through, this is not even a scandal. It's kind of a scandal, but it's not really. It's really more a scandal. It's more of a scandal on S2 Entertainment itself. Just making that very clear. It's not the group that's in trouble. It's S2 Entertainment that's in trouble by scheduling something that they either knew that they weren't going to be able to make it, or maybe they made some deal with KCON to say, "Oh, KCON will pay you money." This is way out there of a theory, but let's say S2 Entertainment got money for getting them on the lineup so they can get more tickets. There you go. And then they pulled out the last minute. It wasn't even a good last minute. It should have been like the last minute. Then that would have made more sense. But I really do think it was an error from S2 Entertainment to do that. So here's the comments for the another claim for the other rumor scandal of February of 2025. Rumors of conflict with S2 Entertainment. So anonymous post claimed internal tension with S2 Entertainment with accusations of favoritism and disorganization. So we're going with the favoritism again. I guess there's been a pattern with Kiss of Life and favoritism. And that's normal, I think, in most K-pop groups and agencies. They're going to favor one person or another, or even one group over another. one dancer, whatever it may be. So I think that's just a normal thing. But the comments, wouldn't be surprised if they mismanaged. Of course, that wouldn't be a surprise. S2 really doesn't know how to handle a viral group. I agree. I think a lot of companies don't know how to handle their success, if I'm being completely honest with you. I think SM has done okay, but the way they have been treating Taeyeon with their mismanagement and just kind of incompetence has been annoying. But back to S2 Entertainment, that's the name. That's Taeyeon. That's the Girls' Generation. She gets the attention of being a main singer, and having high pitch. So yeah. So this is how they lose momentum. Yeah, their staff needs to be replaced. So next comment, I agree. They've already outgrown the company. The question is, what staff are they talking about? Because it's such a broad thing to say. What staff? No, it's the executives, it's the people making the decisions that need to be replaced. So I think that's what it is. Let's see. They've already outgrown the company. Disagree. I don't think there's no way Kiss of Life has outgrown their company. Unless S2 Entertainment is just so new that they just can be signed somewhere else. So it depends on what perspective you're talking about. I don't think they've outgrown anything yet. Okay, I think they're just too new for that. If they were maybe 2 years older, maybe at Aspa's level, because I'm not sure exactly when Kiss of Life came out, but I think they're younger than Aspa, right? Even Aspa's not leaving SM Entertainment. No matter how abusive or controlling or overworking they are, at the end of the day, Aspa's going to stay put because SM is the best, probably, I'm going to argue, probably the best K-pop company, agency out there, entertainment company, probably. So why would they leave? Why would Taeyong leave? Even with that stupid situation with Japan, and she couldn't go to the concert, and they canceled her concert because they couldn't get the equipment over shipment, something. Were they using docks? I mean, shipping boats, whatever they call it. How are they? I think they're using a plane or some type of shipping, and they couldn't make it. They couldn't. Logistics were awful. Taeyeon had to apologize and be embarrassed by her company, and it was an unacceptable situation. And Kiss of Life is dealing with the exact same thing with KCON, and so I do believe that tensions are there. I'm sure Kiss of Life is frustrated. Maybe they're relieved. Maybe they want to break. Maybe what's her name's knee needs. I think it was Bella. Maybe her knee is will be better off for it. Who knows? She could just stand in the middle and just maybe the other members can dance, But yeah, so back to this. They've outgrown the company. Yeah, I don't think they'd have. They need a bigger agency ASAP. Yes. So based on this comment, I'm guessing the agency is not very big as I thought. S2, I want to see. I think S2 Entertainment is kind of a bad name because it sounds too similar to SM Entertainment. I don't know. I don't think S2 Entertainment is a good name. I think they need to change their name just like Hybe did. When they were Big Hits, Hybe used to be Big Hits Entertainment. They changed it to Hybe Labels. Much better. So I think S2 needs to change their name to something else. So let's see. They need S2 doesn't deserve them. That's probably true at this point. But it doesn't mean they'll leave that easily. I do think Kiss of Life can easily be re-signed if they try to do it now. But there's going to be some legal ramifications, likely, if S2 decides to sue them for not fulfilling their contract. So they have to make sure they have all their ducks in a row before they go a New Jeans level lawsuit and leave the company or be disassociated with the company, and the fans go crazy and being upset that New Jeans doesn't appear in all the photos and all that, and then go to the concert or being mentioned because they kind of caused a problem in the first place. So that's on New Jeans. And if Kiss of Life does the same thing, I think it will hurt them overall. But I do believe that S2 Entertainment is new enough to not have as much power as maybe an SM or JYP or Hype Label. So they might have a better chance of leaving now while the company is still young, but it will hurt the company and the employees that work there. So it'd be a conflict. I think Kiss of Life needs to just figure out a way to get the word out that, hey, we're being treated badly, and we will leave if S2 Entertainment keeps canceling our stuff, because that's making everybody money, and why are we conflicting schedules like this. It makes no freaking sense. Do you understand? It doesn't make any sense. So that's on S2. It is S2. And again, this is like SM has their incompetent employees or whoever staff members messed up the shipment for Taeyong in Japan. It's the same thing. They're a big company. So it doesn't matter if S2 or SM are big or small. What matters is how competent their staff members are and how would that affect the group members or individual artists. So back to the last comment or the last few comments. This might be why they pulled out of KCON. There it is. So that might be why they pulled out of KCON. Now, this was probably last year because this was February 2025. I'm not sure if Kiss of Life was even announced until May. So this may have been the 2024 KCON that they pulled out of. So comment below, guys. What do you think? Was that the 2024 KCON? What do you think? Who knows? Hope, or maybe it could be an updated comment, right? It could be an updated comment. But I don't think Kiss of Life pulled out of KCON. I think S2 had to pull them out of KCON because of the conflict of a different schedule or possibly a tour, which wouldn't have been appropriate in my opinion. I think groups should go to events like KCON. I think aespa made the same mistake 2 years ago. aespa did a tour in LA earlier than KCON, and then they didn't go to KCON. I think aespa should have went to KCON, assuming I'm talking about the right group. I'm pretty sure I'm right, though. I believe they did tour in LA. Comment below. Because I was almost bought the tickets, and I didn't. I think they should schedule KCON first and do the tour later or next year because they can announce their tour or at least have it much earlier. At least have it much earlier than you would KCON. Just don't have it too close together. I think it's just too much. Even some SM members had a recent concert, and it was SM Town. It's a big thing. They're touring, and some members are coming to KCON, and that's NCT 127. Maybe Super Junior is going to come back. They made some hints. Who knows? It hasn't been announced yet, but I'm going to say it because I was there at SM Town, and the possibility of them coming back is very high. Key from SHINee was also at SM Town 2025 anniversary, 30-year anniversary, and he will also be at KCON, as you saw on the lineup. So back to the comments. Let's see. Hope it's just rumors. I'd hate to see a disbandment. Yes, I also hope to see not see a disbandment either. I don't think they're gonna go AOA on us. Right? If anybody knows AOA, that didn't go very well. I actually saw them in person, guys. I'm one of the very few people who saw them in person in America, and AOA would have been I believe they had the ability to be a G Idol, let's say from level. I'll even say. This is not true, but maybe second to maybe a fourth girls' generation or something, right? Because remember, not a big deal, but yeah, they survived. So I was looking at my audio home on YouTube. Let me know if survived. So I was looking at my audio home on YouTube. Let me know if the stream stopped at all, because I don't know. But yeah. So anyway, hope this is just rumors. I hate seeing the bit. Okay, continuing. Their music is too good to be wasted by poor planning. I do believe, based on what I've heard, and saw on the music videos, they have very good visuals on their music videos, and a lot of serious themes, things like that, just different types of themes that closer to G Idol in a way. They have a lot of serious themes and a lot of serious visuals. So that's what I like about them. I like groups that kind of get a little serious at times. But, you know, I try not to take it too seriously. So let's go. Let's keep going. So here's another one. Wait, did I get that one already? I think it is. Yeah, I think it is. Wait, let me just. Yes, there it is. Okay. So Kiss of Life relationship with S2 Entertainment. Okay, so they debuted under S2 Entertainment in 2023, so they're very new. So they are newer than aespa, much newer. So they're both new, and also S2 is new. All right, so fairly new, right? I'm not sure how old S2 is, but you get my point. So back, praised initially for good production quality and bold concept. Fans began to voice concerns in 2024 about overworking the group, common, inconsistent promotion cycles, bad, poor line distribution, and favoritism, rumors. probably, again, it's normal. Canceled events and minimal transparency, normal. The group remains signed with S2, but speculation of label tension is growing. Now, if a label comes in and say, hey, if you leave S2 Entertainment, remember, these are competitors. Because of Life has a fan base. SM or JYP or YG would be smart to, or maybe Hybe would be smart to, I wouldn't go to Hybe, by the way. I wouldn't go to Hybe at this point. But S2 Entertainment will be very smart to, you know, be careful, because they could be recruited by anybody at this point, especially if they take advantage of it. Remember, there's another rumors of another group. I'm not gonna even mention it because I'm gonna do the video, but it has a lot to do with Everglow, and I'm gonna talk about that, their situation as well concerning that same matter. And unfortunately, this happens because this is a normal thing. So let's see, continuing. Best form. Okay, so yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I think this is all my notes. Oops, my bad. What did I just do? So yeah, so that's pretty much it. I'm going to see. I'm going to continue this, but I think that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna have get a good idea of what happened to. Let's see, KCON updates. Sorry, guys, making sure I got the right stuff. All right. I have no idea what's going on here. I think this. Let's see. All right, ChatGPT. All right, I am back. So yeah, so this is a screen share. So I believe I have more down here. So I want to explain it. I want to do a little summary of the Kids of Life KCON at the end, because I kind of wrote it down here. And let's see. So on May's concluding, all right, S2 Entertainment of Kids of Life officially announced the group will no longer be performing at KCON 2025, a major global K-pop group event scheduled to take place in July at the Crypto.com Arena and LA Convention Center. The news was shared simultaneous to the group's Instagram account and confirmed by trusted outlets like Soapsupi, sparking immediate reaction from fans worldwide. The announcement simply cited unforeseen schedule conflicts as the reason for their withdrawal and offered a heartfelt apology to fans who were eagerly anticipating their first major U.S. festival appearance. The vague nature of the statement has led to the group speculating among fans and K-pop insiders, given the group's rising popularity and their strong momentum through 2024. Many find the timing unusual. I agree. Now the question is, what's the conflict between them personally, like them in the group? Who really knows? But I am suspicious of a lot of things with these agencies, and who knows what they're probably just inexperienced, and who knows? Who really knows? The announcement simply cited unforeseen scheduling conflicts. The reason for their withdrawal effort, okay, so continuing, the vague nature of the statement has led to growing speculation among fans and K-pop insiders, given the group's rising popularity and their strong momentum through 2024. Many find the timing unusual. Some netizens suspect potential internal disagreements. Yeah, just like I said, with their management company, S2 Entertainment, or perhaps overlap commitments such as a combat preparation of overseas promotion. Come on, guys, this is ridiculous. You guys should know your schedules. This is ridiculous. Still, there has been no official indication of health issues or disbandment members. I don't think there's any big health issues. I don't think so. I don't think there is, but the neat thing maybe, but are they overworked? Yes, all K-pop member groups are. So I think it's just a normal thing. It's a waste of time talking about that at this point. And in the attention economy and in the age of the internet, K-pop groups are working probably even harder just to get out there on more variety shows and things like that, and stay on the internet. New Jeans, like last year, was coming out with music video after music video after music video, destroying everybody until everything happened with, well, it was actually during that time when everything was happening, and it just didn't help them, right? So I don't think it will be good for the Sarah from them doing any lawsuits or anything like that, or doing anything stupid right now. It's just too early. Establish yourself first, and make sure you kind of get some lawyers on your side when you get some money, and figure out a way to not get sued yourself. Basically, that's so yeah. I believe that's what's going on. So continuing, still there has been no official replacement appearance has been scheduled for. So yeah, so still there has been no official indicator of health issues or disbanded, and no replacement appearance has been scheduled at the time of writing. So despite the disbandment, the response from the Flover fandom, yep, they're a fandom group, confirmed, has been largely understanding. Supportive members flooded the Instagram announcement with fans, with fans expressing concerns for the group's well-being and hoping the cancellation means the group is preparing something even more exciting. Others, however, voiced frustration towards S2 Entertainment, blaming the label for poor planning and lack of transparency, especially considering their group's increasing international fan base and potential dominant global stages. So, yeah, I believe it is potential. It's only potential. It's always going to be potential unless S2 gets their crap together and get them back to KCON, hopefully next year. I just don't know what's more important to KCON. I don't know. I don't know. Like, cancel the other stuff. Do you have a tour in Asia? Like, do you have a tour in China? Who needs to go? Nobody needs to go to China. Just cancel it. It's fine. Nobody cares. Like, is there a KCON in China? I don't know. But do you have a tour in America? Why would they have a tour in America when KCON is in America? Again, they're not the only group that's done this, but at least the other groups didn't schedule it right when KCON was going on. Maybe some did. G-Idol came to KCON in 2023. And then they destroyed in 2024 with more cool stuff. They're a little slower in 2024, but they're way more active in, let's say, I disagree. They were way more active in 2024, but I think they were also preparing for their the world tour, globally. So that's why G-Idol was a little slow probably in 2020, maybe a little slower. Maybe between right after KCON and the very beginning of the next year, but they did a whole global tour, so they were really active. And actually, they thought G-Idol was overworked too. And what's her name? The leader, can I think of her name right now? Sorry guys, can I think of her name right now? The leader of G-Idol also had to take an actual break for a few weeks before the tour. And I went to one of their tours in September. And right after that, I went to a concert with CL and Aspa were there. Also, that guy from Running Man was there, and what's his name? Spartan, that guy, and the Got7 guy was there. There was a few people who were there that were really big stars. So I went back to back, and Aspa was there, and I also saw them this year at SM Town. So all the groups have been very busy. It's such a normal thing. I just hope that S2 Entertainment can schedule Kiss of Life much more, at least be considered of the group and the fans. Like, you guys can't just schedule people and overlap very important. KCON is probably the most important international event, at least for the West, when it comes to all of K-pop. You're representing all of K-pop, and if your company's not there, you look bad. If Kiss of Life is scheduled and they cancel, it'll be better if they didn't schedule it at all, And I think that should have happened. You should have maybe waited to see what was actually going on with the schedule. And I just think there's such professionals shouldn't have that issue at all, in my opinion. So, I think that Kiss of Life is yeah, they have, you know, they have potential, right? They have potential to be the biggest group in the world. And I don't know why it's so difficult to do that. I don't understand it. I don't know why it's so difficult to basically, yeah. I don't know why it's too difficult to schedule. Sorry guys, I was making sure everything was working on my side. But yeah, doesn't make any sense, right? Doesn't make any sense that Kiss of Life is not doing what they need to do. So yeah, I don't know. So yeah, Kiss of Life just needs a better either company, or they need a better situation, maybe a bit better management. And yeah, sorry guys, I was just looking at my any screen, it just didn't work all of a sudden. Makes no sense. It's funny how you prepare things. But yeah, so I'm rooting for Kiss of Life. I actually like them as a group. I actually never had any issues with them personally. Again, I know a little about them, but based on what I've seen, I think they have the best potential, and I am definitely rooting for them for sure. And yeah, I'm rooting for them, and I just hope they do well. I hope they do come to KCON. Maybe they come back maybe at the last minute and they just surprise everybody, and everybody's flooding to buy tickets, and everybody's just happy again. I don't know. So let's hope that that happens, and I really, really hope for their sake that they do well. And yeah, I really hope so. I really hope they do. So if you guys like that, yeah, make sure you like, share, subscribe. And there's going to be more KCON news probably coming. I guess it's not just about KCON, it's about other groups too. And I want to make that very clear. So if you guys like that, make sure you like, share, subscribe, hit that bell for notifications, and we'll be back for more. Until next time, peace.